very, very many of the games all throughout the Wildrift Horizon Cup group stage. Won't be banned here, so he will get his hands on this one. But as you mentioned, you and I were theory crafting what could SBTC be forced to do if Ezreal and Ziggs were banned away. We won't find out, at least in this first game, but Team Secret back on this Lee Sin for Trevor.
I love actually what Team Secret has done in pick ban. They ban away Julie's Diana, 4 games played. Ban away TF's Riven, 3 games played. And then also Yarnero has 5 games on the Renekton. So they take away some of the highest priority picks. The only jungler that TF has played more than the Riven is Lee Sin. So by leaving up the Ziggs, it almost feels like they're baiting SBTC into that, because now they get the Lee Sin. I think Lee Sin is going to be pivotal in the matchup between these junglers. Both Trevor and TF love that champ.
If you did tune into the SEA finals between these two teams in that best of 7, you'll recognize the Nunu versus Lee Sin matchup, but flip-flop. TF was the one who was playing most of the Lee Sin in that tournament, and Trevor the Nunu. That was mostly because SBTC at the time were a breakneck speed team. They will win in the early game, they will win hard, and Team Secret, on the other hand, were the comeback kings. They would win in the late game if you let them get to that point. That has really shifted in this tournament.
It has. Team Secret have been playing more aggressive. SBTC have been playing more of those scaling comps. But next couple of picks locked in here. Want to note, this is going to be Azar's first Camille of the tournament. Has not picked this one up yet, so we'll see if he's practiced on that going up against Yanera's Darius, who is that second string. If Renekton's banned, Yanera does go to that Darius. Has only played 3 champions, so that champ pool for Yanero has been kind of concerning for SBTC, but now also playing into the Orianna and the Lucian. So Team Secret, they're packing a decent amount of damage in this comp.
Lot of team fight as well with the Orianna. Just as whenever you lock in this champion, you are going to have ways of destroying a team fight in the late game with that shockwave, and
paired with the Camille combo.
Camille, the Lee Sin, and potentially an engaged support as well that we will be finding out in a little while. SBTC going with the Senna, so this actually might still be the Senna and the Ziggs combination, but we're expecting more that Julie is going to be piloting this champion now.
Yeah, so if Julie's on the Ziggs, that would be Julie's first Ziggs of the tournament. Obviously, not many people have had an opportunity to play the Ziggs because, like you said, it's often banned. But assuming that we have standard lanes, that would be Julie on the Ziggs and then Senna Malphite in that Dragon lane.
Just mentioning the power of the engaged supports, and it does look like Malphite will be the option for SBTC, and not only just in a support, you're farming on this Malphite, you're laning with a Senna, so you will be getting some more ability power, most likely either the Rod of Ages or the Luden's Echo if you're feeling so daring. On the other side, Team Secret do lock themselves in some disengage with this Nami.
Exactly. Also pairs with that Lucian. On the analyst, as Gareki, Zor, and Rika were talking about how Team Secret haven't really been playing through Chewy and Hamez as much throughout this tournament, playing more so through their solo lanes instead. I think Lucian Nami's a lane that you can actually try and get your own leads on. It can be very aggressive here. But what I like about SBTC's composition, when we look at all 5 members together, a lot of range, mixed damage between AD and AP, and a very beefy front line. It's going to be hard for Team Secret to actually, win these 5v5s.
They don't have a lot of shred either. You're thinking about what this Orianna and Lucian are capable of, and Lee Sin as well. It's a lot of burst, and Camille more so in the side lane, but still a lot of burst just in that champion alone. You are going to have to burn through a Malphite, a Nunu, a Darius, and might I add, Kangas, that it looks like Kiral is the one playing the Malphite, not a marksman at all.
I like it. Well, I mean, still getting the farm, so, maybe better at CSing whether it's a melee or a ranged champion. Akino, this will be Akino's first Senna game then of the tournament. Actually, SBTC as a team haven't played the Senna yet. So this is a first look. I like this. I think it's cool coming in to a best of 5 quarterfinals and already pulling out something new that we don't necessarily think of for this team. And it is not the same kite back composition. It's not this, oh, let's play the Janna Ezreal or the Gragas Lee Sin where we can, disengage from these fights if we want to. This is definitely a let's go in kind of style, but still with the range to play from safety.
Right, the range is a really big thing because they do still have Ziggs, they do still have Senna. You are going to want to dive onto these champions, but that's the fun of drafting a strong backline with divers. The divers might go out of reach of you, and you might not be able to have that same peel that you would if it was something like a Braum or an Alistar. But if your divers are diving in and you're ahead that way, then the Ziggs and Senna are just untouched because you can't deal with them. You have to deal with the champions that are in your face right now. So it is a different approach. I like the Senna as well, and it does look like Kiral will be playing it. So it is still a marksman.
Oh, okay. They did swap them there. All right, interesting to see. But we're loaded onto the Rift. Smacks, game number 1 of the best of 5, the rematch of the SEA finals, the regional finals here. Again, a reminder, that one was a best of 7. SBTC took it 4-1. Team Secret hoping to get revenge before that performance. It's already the Dragon Lane skirmishing a little bit, trading their health bars.
Yeah, this is quite a bit of damage that comes from the Lucian. You're all getting ignited right now.
It's getting aggressive with it. Yeah, Kiral very low. Now his level 2 is hit here from Team Secret. There's a chance that they struggle here. But a reminder, if you have an Amazon Prime account, be sure to link your Prime Gaming and Wildrift accounts for free in-game loot. There's a reminder on the bottom of the screen with some more information on how to do that. And I hate to break it to you, Smack, I forgot to do it yet again. So I'm gonna put this on you. You're gonna have to remind me after the series to go do that.
Yeah, will do. I picked up a Renekton skin from mine, so I'm gonna have to play some more Baron lane. I'm a support main myself, so I'll have to be trying that. I've been having a lot of fun with Jarvan recently, so maybe it's just my calling to go up to the Baron lane.
I think so. I think you're getting signs.
Yeah. Speaking of the Baron lane, we're again seeing that Yunero and Azar are on these bruisers. Yunero has a pretty solid lead right now. You can see that in the gold reflected there. Not a lot of trading going on, which has sort of been Yunero's downfall in some of the early games where he does take pretty devastating trades and is forced to fall.
And we also see Trevor getting very aggressive onto Julie. Flash away from the Ziggs. Didn't pop the barrier. Wow. That was calculated right there, but does survive the gang.
A lot of faith in his math right there. The red buff might have spooked me if I was in that situation. This Trevor still holding onto that red buff, moving down to this bottom lane.
They're going for the dive right now. Under the turret here. There's no level 5 on the Malphite, so easy pickups. That's a double kill to Chewy.
Wow, genius play from Hamez there. He tanks up the turret, making sure that even if Trevor does get rooted up by the Senna, he will be able to make it out alive. And whether it's by calculations or sheer luck, Hamez survives it as well. I love, love, love this play from Team Secret.
And it all comes down to the aggressive trading that they had set up early because of how aggressive they had been. Getting those health bars low to start with. There we go. Yeah, Hamez tanking up 2 turret shots. Hits level 4. That's when he survives it as well. Was willing to just give his life away for the cause.
Maybe it is sure luck by the end, but you can't see your EXP. You're all very low.
Rude, but it's not going to be enough. Flash from Kiral. Flash forward by Chewy. 3 kills on the board now, as Akino has to flash away as well. Things not looking great for SBTC's Dragon Lane.
Definitely not. That one didn't even need any jungle intervention either. Team Secret's Dragon Lane duo are spiraling out of control. They're diving further.
They want more. The knockup lands, and yet again, Hamez tanking up the turret. Good guy support. And that's 4 kills onto Chewy.
Man, this is so impressive from Team Secret because, as we've been saying before, SBTC have sort of had some troubles with integrating their new Baron laner. And most of these teams have been trying to take advantage of that. Most of these teams have been trying to whittle him down or just fully break his back up there. Team Secret say, no, we are more focused on the Dragon Lane, the established members of this team. We're trying to make sure they don't have any late game insurance. 4 kills already.
And now, I mean, look at the item discrepancy here for Team Secret. The gold lead's one thing, but because it's all on Chewy, that's support completed at 3 minutes, 10 seconds. Gets back to lane. Dragon spawning in 30 seconds. That's going to be like one of the most free dragon takes unless SBTC pull off a miracle. They are coming in here. The Nunu, they were not expecting it. Knockup lands on Hamez. Flashes away, but the damage is there. Chewy trying to get away. Level 5 now hit for Akino. 2 kills for SBTC.
That was so creative, Kangas, using the Black Mist to sneak in the Nunu and Willem with the snowball. I love that play. That's so creative and sneaky. And then Akino, of course, hits level 5, making it a clean double kill for them. Matching that bottom lane strength. One of those kills did go to TF, who is rolling mid now.
Yeah, has the first item completed here. So, I mean, right as I said that, how strong Chewy was, that's a shutdown. That's a lot of gold injected now into the pocket of SBTC. They're narrowing that gap. Now it's only 1,000 differential from close to 3K that it was before. That's good news, as now both teams are looking to group up around these objectives. Skeletal Grab taken, Team Secret, they don't necessarily want to start this Dragon. They're not feeling confident enough.
Yeah, despite the death, Chewy is still the most fed member in the entire Rift. He is very, very powerful, but as you said, Team Secret feeling more skittish around this objective, maybe not going to start it up quite yet. Neither team wants to give up footing turret, though. Neither of them are going over to that Rift Herald, which we have seen prioritized a lot in other games of this tournament.
Just walking up. He's all alone, though. There's a Ziggs bomb. There's the Nunu Consume. They could just look to steal this right now. Julie backing him up, but no steal taken. The Dragon secured there by Team Secret and SBTC. They wasted a lot of time doing that, too. That's time that they could have been on the Herald. And now, Azar's joined in here. Trevor's trying to get some damage in. TF, he's tanky, but not tanky enough. That's a kill. Shockwave misses, but still, Team Secret find a kill.
Great work there by Azar, waiting in preparation for the play.
No way.
Flash forward onto Chewy.
1v1?
Ignite as well. A solo kill for the quote-unquote support Malphite.
Okay, well, I guess you're not that bad, Chewy. I thought nobody could take you on at this point of the game, but I suppose I forgot that Malphite is in fact just a rock. So he does beat, I guess, you know, scissors are sharp. That's kind of like the Blade of the Rune King. There's an analogy there somewhere, but that's, again, huge news for SBTC, because that gold lead could have kept ballooning.
Even if you build ability power on this Malphite, you do still have that attack speed slow built into your slam on the ground. You have a lot of armor built in your slaps as well, so a lot of ways to deal with the solution, as it turns out, not to mention the gigantic knockup of the unstoppable force, well played by Akane. He's gonna have that tool throughout the rest of the game.
Also just damage. Malphite does in fact do a buttload of damage when you have AP. Let's take a look at our Axe replay here, because we didn't get to see the start of this.
Oh,
yeah.
So he cancels the color. Yeah, really smart by Akane, and over-aggressive by Chewy, fully. He did not expect all of that damage to come through from the Malphite, who hadn't yet finished the Rod of Ages, but now has that extra bump in power. This Malphite, it's not the only magic damage on the team. SBTC does have a lot of it, but it is the biggest bursting arrow.
And despite the gold lead that Chewy had early on now, the rest of SBTC, I mean, even TF is very close to the gold differential, only 500 behind here. Or are they going for it again? They're doing it again. The snowball in the mist. Oh, but they don't get anybody. Oh, the resets came through. I like the attempt, though. SBTC, they're getting creative with it.
Fool me once, Kangas. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. As the recalls come through. Excellent.
Let's get fooled again here. Smack says, now, Ynera goes into the mid lane. Pushes back to Tsuri. That's barrier down, but Flash still available. And Herald is still on the table here for SBTC. I thought that they would drop it immediately bottom side once they saw that Team Secret had walked away. They're still around the area, but have yet to drop it.
They don't need the Ziggs after all, so lots of siege damage prepared. That'll get it to about 500 health before Ziggs can fully explode that one, I believe. But it's not going to stop Julie from attempting it to get to that point. TF again.
Yep, they're just doing, I think they should see it that time. Oh, maybe not the shockwave. That did some damage. No follow-up from the rest of Team Secret. And SBTC, they just back off. Well defended by Team Secret, and now they want more. They're rotating faster up into this mid lane. The bleed onto Azar. Ynera will trade a kill. Very impressive there on the Darius.
Azar trading kills. He knew that he was going to die, or at least he should have, because all of the bleed stacks were on top of him at that point. The Decimate does a lot of damage alongside the Noxian Guillotine right there, so Azar was surely dead. But he locked in with the Hextech Ultimatum, making sure that it was at least a trade.
It's the Root Consume. Doesn't have the Snowball anymore, though, so pull back off. Still has a kill. I mean, when's that going to go down, man? I feel like at some point, you might as well just drop it and get the guaranteed turret, but they really want to get this bottom turret without the Herald, but because they took so long, that's first turret gold over to Team Secret instead.
This is an unorthodox version of the split push jungle. It's not the Jax or the Fiora, but Lee Sin perfectly capable of doing it as well. Nice bubble.
Yet again, now SBTC are diving under the turret, and they just completely botched the play. Akeno just goes very far forward. Team Secret absorb it with the counter of the Nami ultimate, the Orianna shockwave as well, and Team Secret, they still have their bottom turret. SBTC have yet to crack it.
I like that move from Julie in the middle of that shockwave. He buffered his satchel charge, so he's able to pop right out of danger. Just a nice mechanical play from Julie on this Ziggs champion that we haven't seen him play too much in this tournament, but very experienced on. To see this dive from SBTC, Akeno just diving past his backline. We mentioned in the draft that this is something that could potentially happen to SBTC if they weren't careful, if not they weren't.
Now that play works if Herald had killed the turret. But instead they drop the Herald mid lane, will get that turret. Team Secret have to back away. They cannot defend the inevitable. The Rift Herald does finally get an objective for SBTC. It's a different area on the map, and at this point, they are very far behind in gold. Team Secret, they have found themselves in a very comfortable position right as the Baron is starting to come on the table.
Shockwave, a pretty short cooldown too. Tatsuri has that ready for another team fight if Team Secret want to go for one. It looks like SBTC are moving around this top side of the map, giving Julie over this blue buff, you have to imagine. And yeah, just both teams knowing exactly what each other want out of this next fight. They want to go for this Rift Herald, they want to take a fight. But again, the ultimate cooldowns for Team Secret are here and very scary.
The Herald started up, but not committed to by Team Secret. They decide to back away instead. As SBTC have grouped up in this area and want to contest for control of the mid lane. They get that shoved out. Now top lane's shoved in as well, so SBTC are looking for a potential team fight. Again, if they can get the front to back, if they can get their 3 beef balls in front of the Ziggs and Senna, their composition is still scary. Flash forward by Yanero, looking to start up the plays for the team, and does get a reactive flash out of Team Secret.
More careful in this next fight of SBTC. Set up battle lines around this Rift Herald. It's reset, but it's not going to stop them from attempting it a second time. The stealth snowball once more, Kangas.
Oh, Akino again. They just are trying to hard force these engages, and the counter engage from Team Secret is massive right there, but Yanero's buying some time. SBTC, they can still do this. They get the first kill. Trevor's down. Now they're trying to get away. Now Team Secret with the chase down. Azar just getting bullied. Gets shoved all the way back. Team Secret have to retreat now, as it's just a 1-for-1 trade at the end of the day, but they're still duking it out here. Julie has to go into the stasis. Shui trying to flex all that gold that he got, but still can't find the kill. These are such low health bars on both sides.
They still are, Kangas, the honeypot spot, but I don't think Julie can get in range without being killed.
Sir, you're a bad lad.
Tatsuri was so close to getting that one too, Kangas. Looks like the turret will fall. Rift Herald's still alive unless Azar has something to say about it, and Team Secret walk away with another favorable play.
Not quite sure what happened there, but it was entertaining. As end of the day, Team Secret do walk away feeling better about that. Like you said, getting the objective, trading kills for it. Now, Yanero yet again canceling it back, but it's time for a replay. We'll just assume that Yanero gets the kill. Oh, he didn't? Hey! Kill nuts.
Oh, I didn't even see that dodge at the beginning.
Yeah.
Insane stuff. He does end up going down in the end, if I remember correctly, but just a great way to get this fight started. Akino's ultimate is one of the major power points of SBTC's composition, so if that doesn't do anything, then you have to imagine the Team Secret are favored, especially with a lead like that.
Exactly. And again, I talked about the importance of Lee Sin in this match. I think that the mobility of it is starting to come into play here, as now SBTC. Ooh, it's behind Trevor. No, the snowball. Smack the wall instead.
I wonder how many times Team Secret are going to fall for this stealth snowball again in this game, because it's already been so devastating in many different team fights. It's very creative for Team Secret, and it's hard to see coming as long as you on the Nunu are staying inside the circle. If you're outside of the circle, you're still stealth, but you can see little ghoulie coming out of the circle. So Team Secret, they just have to be more careful of the Senna stealth, it turns out.
And you know what's kind of annoying is I just realized if you're in the circle, I believe the snowball is still invisible, even if the snowball is outside of the circle. So your effective engage range is actually invisible to the opponent. Yeah, that is quite frustrating. I think we've seen it happen for sure once, maybe twice, but I think Team Secret are learning. Oh, okay, there's one more time. Oh, it doesn't quite get the curve. Yeah, does want to commit for this though. That's Ziggs' ultimate use. Now Yanero going forward with the Proto Belt, pulling Tatsuri back. The disengage from Team Secret. Now Trevor with a nice kick onto Yanero. That's flash out of the Darius. Team Secret getting some big cooldowns here right as Dragon has spawned.
These fights are so close. Kangas Tatsuri, he sniffed it out that time. He knew that it was coming, and I appreciate him for that one, because you're going to have to be more aware of this as the Drake fight begins.
Watch for Akino engage right here. He gets onto the back line. The Malphite knocking up the squishy members, but the front line from Team Secret just go forward. They say, all right, have fun back there, guys. We're going to try and kill the Nunu. TF still alive, though. Trevor has to flash away, Azar as well, and Team Secret, we got a two-sided fight right now. SBTC are winning the side on the left, Team Secret winning the side on the right. Their carry stayed alive. Chewy stayed alive throughout the entire engage. Very impressive from Team Secret, keeping level heads and fighting a very chaotic fight.
Whatever you do, Team Secret, don't let Trevor die to this Drake. They've got the shielding from Tatsuri. It's going to be all right. 3 in a row for Team Secret. And as you said, this fight could not be more chaotic than it was. Akano and TF starting it up onto this backline. And you just can't hit multiple people at the same time. I love the way that Team Secret are positioning throughout this one. It does lead to a fight on two fronts, but that's something that they just have to do against a very clear, very focused engage from SBTC.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how strong the comp is from SBTC if it's front to back, but if Team Secret just dive past the front line and just run at the Ziggs and Senna, it is tough for them to peel, and that's a great example of it in that specific team fight. Akano found a good engage, but stasis from Chewy, and suddenly Akano was 1v2ing in his own fight, saying, wait a minute, I'm a Malphite. I'm not meant for 1v2 scenarios. I'm meant to engage and have my team follow me up, so Team Secret now even further ahead in gold, up in the Dragon trade. It's looking fantastic for them in Game 1 here of this series. Now, they did take Game 1 in their regional finals against SBTC as well, but that one was a little closer. This time, they're looking pretty dominant.
It's definitely a different playing ground as well, Kangas. You know, this is the Horizon Cup. This is the bigger stakes, as they had already both qualified for this tournament at that time. They were just fighting for that seeding. But at this point, they're fighting for their tournament lives. They're fighting to continue on and play against Dokkan Gaming in that semifinal and potentially go even further if they can take down the tournament fight.
It's a tough ask to take down DKG, but still potential for sure. I also want to give a shout out right now to the player that we highlighted going into the series from the side of SBTC. Again, Yanero having a very impressive performance on this Darius. Arguably is winning his lane, and now 4-1 here as TF goes for an engage. Yanero misses the pole, flashes the wall. Yanero trying to do it all right now for SBTC, but watch the flank. Watch Trevor all the way back here. The engage from Akano, but now Trevor just buying time for the rest of the team. Akano's down, now goes in. Trevor's absolutely insane on this Lee Sin, buying so much space for the team.
Oh, Kangas, this team fight is so hard for SBTC to go for. You can see they know how to engage a team fight. They know which targets they have to hit, but after that, they don't know how to involve their backlines, involve their damage dealers. This Malphite for Akano diving way past them. There's no way for Julian and Kiral to get any damage onto these members that are knocked up because they don't have any means of hitting them. They don't have any dashes like this Malphite, as this Baron can start it up.
Baron started up by Team Secret. SBTC are approaching. Oh, the bubble! What a value bubble right there as Team Secret. They're going to get both. They're back on the Baron. They win the fight. Oh, that's massive.
That was so clutch from Hamez. They might have won the fight anyway, but that was an amazing way to start things off. I was waiting to see how many times TF could get away with the stealthiest Nunu snowball ever. Turns out it's done now. That trick has already been found out. Is there an end of the game right now?
Yeah, that's going to be it. With the Baron, with the wave here.
Ooh.
SBTC gave it a valiant effort in game number 1, but Team Secret, off the back of some incredible positioning during those fights, will take game 1.